Hello, my name is Joel Felix, the founder of BeachLens, and we are a platform that acts as a real time guide that helps locals and tourists find the best beaches in Florida right now, as well as help them navigate them safely and confidently. Florida is the number one tourist destination in the United States, and our beaches are the main reason why. In fact, 90% of people who live in Florida or who come to visit Florida say that beaches are extremely or highly important to them when it comes to making decisions on whether or not they come to Florida overall. However, 40% of people also believe that Florida's conditions and water quality is constantly getting worse and worse each year. And so what we see here is beach conditions directly shape how tourists plan their stays and how locals enjoy their daily lives. To illustrate this further, I'm going to share two stories about two very real people. One was of a traveling tourist mom in Panama City Beach who nearly took her daughter into waters that were infected with flesh-eating bacteria, and those same waters just a week prior to her visit ended up claiming at least four lives. She was grateful when we stopped her from going into those waters, but when she confronted us about what resources or tools she could have used to stay up to date and informed on this type of information, we sadly had no answer for her. The other story is of a local Florida mom who takes her kids to the beach around 3 to 4 times per week, and she constantly relies on various different resources. And more often than not, those resources fail her in painting an accurate picture of what the beach conditions actually look like. In fact, what she realizes is that it takes them weeks to actually update these resources, and she found herself basing her present decisions on past and outdated information. And as a result, her children were exposed to unsafe conditions multiple different times. Both of these stories show the real cost of not having reliable, real time beach information. And so, the overall problem with Florida's beach information infrastructure is that it is outdated and inconsistent and fails to prepare or inform people. There is no unified, personalized platform that adapts to user needs, provides accurate safety updates, or connects locals and tourists in a meaningful way. This gap leaves people uninformed and puts both health and tourism at risk. Overall, to summarize this, beachgoers lack a personalized real time hub that connects locals and tourists, and there is no single resource that provides beachgoers with trusted real time information and community connection. And the impact of this is truly measurable. Around a 10% decline in overall water quality can lead to a $5 billion loss in annual revenue in tourism alone. And around 60%, 61% of travelers want more personalized tools that actually help them navigate beaches better. There's been a 25 to 30% increase in local resident dissatisfaction in Florida with tourism because they do not have the resources or the tools to effectively navigate it. And visitors spend around 30% less when they are concerned about safety. And so what we see here is that without beachlands, not only do locals and tourists start to suffer in the state of Florida, but also Florida's overall reputation as being the number one tourist hotspot will eventually start to decline. And so the and so we are building our solution, BeachLens, which solve this problem by providing real-time weather and water quality updates, a peer reporting system, safety alerts, and real-time crowd insights, as well as personalized planning tools. Our MVP launched as a free web version on September 1st in 2025, and we will be launching a full-scale app in March 2026, and I will show the actual usage of the application at the end of this pitch. In the first 2 weeks after launching on September 1st, we attracted over 1,000 users, with 150 of them using the application daily. We gathered over 500 testimonials and reached 30,000 people on social media, and we were featured on two news segments. We've also onboarded initial influencers who will help drive our growth during our March launch. What we see here through the first 2 weeks of launching is that overall users love Beachlands more than we do, and we get daily messages from at, at least one of them stating how important and useful the application is in terms of them making the best possible decisions for them when it comes to navigating and making their beach decisions. And the reason why they love us so much, what sets us apart, is that we don't just provide them weather conditions, we provide them safety alerts, real time reporting, planning tools, and personalization into a platform designed for both local families and, and tourist families as well. Our clean, user friendly design makes the application both functional and enjoyable to use, which is why our users are so loyal to us. They feel like the application was truly made for them, and it was, is. And what we see is that our main customers are women between the ages of 25 and 44, which is around the age where their priorities shift to safety and creating lasting memories with their families. And our users are our best advocates, showing that. And what we realize also is that one satisfied customer could bring in at least five more customers for us. But we don't just uh, serve people in terms of a business to customer relationship. We also will generate revenue through business to business relationships as well. On the business to business side, we will partner with hotels, resorts, and Airbnbs, in which we currently have 15 Airbnbs ready to go on our March launch, in hopes of enhancing guest satisfaction and with premium features, while generating additional revenue through targeted advertising from local restaurants, bars, and events. Our strategy right now is to start with smaller clients and then improve our return on investment with measurable case studies, and then scale to enterprise partnerships with long-term contracts. On the business to business side, we offer flexible passes and subscriptions tailored to the casual and frequent beachgoers, and our growth is fueled by trusted channels like lifeguards, Florida travel influencers, and university ambassadors, in which those programs will create credibility and virality, helping us to increase and have an overall higher magnitude of adoption. And what we will see is that with every new user, engagement compounds, allowing us to scale quickly and cost effectively through social media, influencer partnerships, and seasonal marketing during peak travel months. From October to December, we are focused on building a strong brand presence through social media, raising early capital through pitch competitions and investor talks, while also developing partnerships with the lifeguards more than we currently have to drive more credibility and adoption once we launch in March 2026. In January and February of 2026, we will roll out pilot programs for hotels, inns, and vacation rentals, giving them early access to our platform before our March public launch. This allows us to generate our first business to business revenue while testing and refining the product across high traffic Florida markets like Miami, Panama City Beach, and St. Augustine. From March to August, we will scale aggressively with a full scale public launch timed around spring break and summer tourism, as well as when locals are going to the beach more often. During this period, our revenue will expand from being simply business to business, but also and mainly business to customer through our subscriptions and premium features, fueled by our social virality and word of mouth. By September 2026, we will leverage our growth and proven results to secure enterprise level hospitality clients and shift to a paid partner model in the off season. Currently, we are positioned to succeed because of our several key advantages. Our patent pending process creates a strong competitive moat in beach apps across the marketplace, and our timing is almost perfect and ideal with the launch during peak spring and summer beach seasons when traffic is highest and growth can accelerate organically. We take a trust first approach by with our customers by building authentic relationships with our users and with our partners, including daily personal outreach. Our local expertise as Florida natives, as well as a deep understanding of seasonal patterns and user needs, allows us to best serve people and create better solutions. And with our dual business to business and business to customer model, our business is both scalable and diversified, creating multiple different revenue streams and setting the stage for expansion into new markets like in North Carolina. Our revenue projections show strong growth beginning with the business to business testing in January and February, followed by full business to customer expansion in March. Even with a conservative 2% conversion rate from users being on a freemium model to paid subscriptions, we project around $140,000 in our first month of launch in March, peaking at around 1.8 million in August during peak travel season. As usage as usage starts to uh, go go down or taper in our colder months, our business to business revenue from hospitality partners will offset the seasonal decline. For our income statement, we project around a net loss of $23,000 in the final quarter of 2025 as we start to invest in our growth. And starting in 2026, each quarter will be profitable with a net profit peaking at around 2.4 million in quarter three. Overall, we are a team of Florida natives with deep technical and business expertise. I am Joe Felix, the CEO and CTO, a researcher and inventor at the University of Florida. Tristan, our chief marketing officer, has experience at Amazon and is completing his master's in international business. Sophia and Jaden both bring strong technical backgrounds as former software engineers at Lockheed Martin. Together, we combine local knowledge of Florida beaches with a deep technical and business understanding to build and scale this company. As of now, we are seeking in total $24,000. However, for this pitch competition, we understand that the max that we can get is $10,000. Overall, though, this funding would be used to complete our patents, finalize the mobile version of our application, and market it throughout Florida. With strong timing and scalable business model, clear customer focus, and early traction, we believe that BeachLens is a high impact investment opportunity. Our platform not only gives investors the opportunity to help improve lives, but also to help save them. Overall, our vision is to first dominate Florida as the only statewide real time beach and travel platform for locals and tourists. And then from there, we will expand into other coastal markets like North Carolina over the next 5 years. And over the next 5 years, we aim to become the Microsoft of travel, setting the standard for real time, trusted, location based experiences. And now, thank you guys for allowing us to pitch the startup. We will now give you an overview of the actual application and show you how it's used and why people love it.